Hey, well, what's going on, guys? So I'm going to be talking about why the Lakers should consider making a trade for KD. I think KD is a good fit with the Lakers because he could fit well with Luka and LeBron. He sort of is in LeBron's timeline, but I still think at 37 years old, I think Kevin Durant is still a productive player, and he could still help a franchise win games as long as he's in the right situation, which is not in Phoenix. So I do expect other teams to be, in the sweepstake for Kevin Durant, but uh, the Lakers, I think, should be a dark horse team to acquire Kevin Durant. I don't expect them to, but if I were a GM of the team and I had, Luka and LeBron, I would consider adding another a star to provide a different dynamic to the team. And I think if they could go out and acquire like a big, like a Daniel Gafford or Nick Claxton, then I think you have a really good starting lineup, three-headed monster, really, with the trio of LeBron, Luka, and then Kevin Durant, and then I think that team could make some noise in the playoffs. Unlike this past season, when they nearly swept by the Timberwolves. So I think Kevin Durant, you add him to this Lakers team, and I think that just gives them a better chance. Like, even without making any additional moves, obviously you would have to make some moves. Um, but I do think that included in a Kevin Durant package would have to be, I would guess it would be Austin Reeves and Rui Hachimura. And then the Lakers don't really have many assets to trade. They don't have a haul of like draft picks or anything like that because they've included, trades in the past with, some valuable picks. They do have some first rounders, but I do think some other teams that are in the sweepstake for Kevin Durant, like the San Antonio Spurs, Houston Rockets, Minnesota Timberwolves, uh, several other teams could entice Phoenix a little bit more with their draft capital in particular. But I think that including Austin Reeves and Rui, they are good contributors. I could see them playing well alongside Devin Booker in Phoenix. So I think it's something for Phoenix to consider. I think it's a good deal for both teams. I don't think it's going to happen just because there's been reports already. San Antonio has an offer, and then Houston is going to try to upgrade their team after losing the first round. So we'll see what happens. I'd expect a Kevin Durant move to be probably around the draft day week. So we'll see what happens. But be interesting if Rob Pelinka could entice the Suns like he did with the Mavericks to get Luka. So see what happens with that. I mean, I think it gives Kevin Durant the best chance to win another title if he joins the Lakers. I think he has a shot with other teams. If he teams up with Wembanyama in San Antonio or Anthony Edwards in Minnesota, gives him a shot. But I think when you have that, like I said earlier, the three-headed monster of Luka, LeBron, and you add KD to the squad, I think that team would be the best team in the league, even with LeBron being in his 40s and Kevin Durant approaching 40. So it'd be an older team, but then you have Luka, who's still he's still a kid. He's not a kid, but he's in his 20s. So I think it would be a really good team, as long as you're able to add other pieces, right? You gotta see if a Walker Kessler is available. You just gotta, I think it's gonna be a busy off season. That's what Shams is reporting on, Twitter. So actually, he said it's gonna be one of the busiest off seasons, which is gonna be exciting. I think either a Giannis trade or a Kevin Durant trade would be the start of the flurry of trades. But yeah, I don't think it's gonna happen. But if it does happen, I think Lakers probably surpass OKC in terms of the talent level on the team. Kevin Durant, even being a veteran, he's still averaging 26 points. He could grab, I think he averaged 6 or 7 rebounds, and he could still play pretty good defense at his age. Not an elite level, but he could still hold his own on the defensive end. So I guess he would be replacing, if you're going to be trading Rui and a few other players, I guess he would be replacing Rui in the lineup. I don't think Kevin Durant could play, at the power forward, consistently. I think he's more of a 3. LeBron's obviously more of a 4. And then you add like I said, a Daniel Gafford or a Claxton. You got Luka. You're ready to roll. So I think Kevin Durant would make a huge difference. And not many people are speaking about it. You're hearing, he might be going to, some other team. But just thought I'd make this video. Like I said, I would be surprised if something happened, but I know that I think the Lakers should at least inquire about it and just see if they could get something done in the next few weeks. So if you can't, you just gotta pivot. I think they just need to grab a big, a center that could play some minutes for him, because Jackson Hayes just isn't a starting caliber center. So